Our top story now, record rain has wreaked absolute havoc in Himachal Pradesh. Over 60 people have died in the state over the last 3 days and rescue efforts are on a war footing. People have had to be airlifted from rooftops. This time, capital Shimla has also experienced several landslides that have taken down entire hillsides. Chief Minister Sukhu, who surveyed Kangra today, said the state has suffered a loss of over 10,000 crore and that it will take a year to rebuild the state's infrastructure.
An entire state devastated by rain that has broken a 50-year record in Himachal Pradesh. In the past 4 days alone, there has been a 156% surge in rainfall. An entire hill collapsed in the Krishnanagar area in Shimla on Tuesday night. Bringing down 7 houses and killing 2 people. People could be heard screaming in terror as the horror unfolded.
हमने घरों को जो है वो एहतियातन जो है पहले ही खाली करवा दिया था क्योंकि ऐसा रिस्क बताया जा रहा था कि वहाँ की जो स्ट्रेटा है वो लूज है और वहाँ पे गिरने का खतरा है.
Indian Army columns have been deployed for flood relief operations in Shimla, Fatehpur, Indora and the Kangra districts of the state. IF helicopters were evacuating people through the day, with almost 150 people flown out of danger. A Chinook helicopter also flew machinery for landslide clearance. The 114-year-old Kalka-Shimla railway track is hanging in the air between the Jatog and Summer Hill railway stations after the hillside was washed away. Train movement has been cancelled, although repair work is yet to start. The Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh took stock of the situation, directing officials to swiftly restore electricity and water supply. He estimates Himachal's road to recovery will be a long and expensive one.
अभी सारी चीज़ों को देखते हुए यही कह सकता हूँ कि नुकसान का आंकड़ा 10,000 करोड़ के करीब है. इसलिए 1 साल लगेगा हमें इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप करने में.
Many deaths have been reported from Kangra and Mandi as well, as the Pong Dam continued to overflow. Schools and colleges were closed today and will be closed tomorrow too. 4 national highways and countless state and internal roads are damaged, already reeling after the first round of destruction less than a month ago. This new disaster has brought more despair to a state that largely depends on tourism and agriculture for its livelihood. NDTV Bureau Report.
And a terrible tragedy in Shimla where one family lost 3 generations to a landslide. Rescue teams were still searching for survivors. The biggest blow to a single family. 3 generations wiped out in a matter of seconds in the Summer Hill area of Shimla in Himachal Pradesh. Teams of Himachal Police, NDRF, SDRF and the Indian Army are clearing debris, searching for survivors and dead bodies.
जो प्रशासन की ओर से हमें जानकारी मिली है उसके हिसाब से यहाँ पर कुल 21 विक्टिम होने के प्रमाण मिले हुए हैं. हमारी स्पेशलाइज्ड इक्विपमेंट हम यूज कर रहे हैं अदर देन जो हैवी मशीनरी है. सर्च कंप्लीट होने का पूरी तरह से पुख्ता जानकारी देना पॉसिबल नहीं है क्योंकि जो नीचे डेड बॉडीज जहां तक गई हैं उसका फैलाव लगभग 2 किलोमीटर तक का है क्योंकि नीचे वाले इलाके में मशीनरी यूज नहीं हो सकती, मैनुअल ही काम करना पड़ेगा.
The remaining family and neighbors are unable to come to terms with their grief, still hoping against hope.
मेरी किसी से भी ये गुहार है कि मेरे उनको आज कहीं से भी कैसे करके ढूंढ के उनको बस हमारे हवाले कर दें. जितनी जल्दी से हम 3 दिन से उनका वेट कर रहे हैं.
मेरे को ला रही थी वो साथ, तब जाके जी मेरे को बुखार हो गया, मैं नहीं आया. आज मेरी भाभी
4 लोगों का दाह संस्कार हमने कर दिया था कल जाकर। इनकी 3 जनरेशन खत्म हो गई जी।
There are many such families across Himachal Pradesh today. They have lost children, parents, siblings. More have lost livelihoods, homes and farms. As the government struggles to reach rescue and relief to everyone, Himachal is a state in mourning, covered in gloom. NDTV Bureau Report. And in neighbouring Uttarakhand, also facing extensive damage from heavy rain over the past few days. More than 250 roads have been damaged and are shut due to landslides. Hundreds of villages have been cut off from the district headquarters.
Heavy rain has left behind this trail of destruction in village after village of the Tihri district in Uttarakhand, just 22 kilometers from state capital Dehradun. Just in this limited area, over 2,500 people are affected, their homes either submerged or damaged, and road connectivity to their villages cut off.
इस वक्त ये शिफल्टी नदी बह रही है। आप देख सकते हैं कि शिफल्टी नदी है और ये सामने एक पीले कलर के जो आपको पत्थर से कुछ दिख रहे हैं, ये घर हुआ करता था जो बह चुका है।
This is Tihri's Chifalti village, where heavy rain on 2 days, August 13th and 14th, caused extensive damage. The only connectivity to this village was via a trolley bridge that got washed away in the rain.
ये पूरा एक पिलर था जो पिलर बह चुका है और ये सामने एक ट्रॉली थी जिससे लोग आना जाना करता था। अक्सर पहाड़ों में इस तरीके की तस्वीरें साफ दिखती है।
This is the second straight year when people in the area have suffered. Last year, the river by the same name, Chifalti, had caused extensive damage too. The administration had constructed a reinforcement wall on the river bank, but this has not stopped a rerun of the damage.
बाढ़ की वजह से काफ़ी सारी लोगों को दिक्कतें आई है और लगभग गाँव के जो खेत है वो बह चुके हैं। यहाँ पर थोड़ी फसल उन्होंने लगाई है, जो बड़ी बड़ी घास दिख रही है आपको, इसमें मक्का भी है।
नुकसान का तो कोई आकलन ही नहीं है अभी। बाकी ये था आर पार के लिए गरारी थी, वो भी खत्म हो गई। घर सब इस बार आपदा में ध्वस्त हो गए, जमीन सारी चलेगी। लाइट नहीं है, लाइट कम से कम अगले 15 दिन तक भी नहीं बनेगी, क्योंकि जो 4 पोल्स वाले 11,000 वोल्टेज है उसके 7 से 8 डीपियां बह के नदी में अब पोल उसके बहे हुए हैं।
The administration says it is urgently restoring road connectivity and electricity lines. But the situation is still very worrying in the area. With Kishore Rawat in Uttarakhand, Bureau Report, NDTV. Well, let's get you the big political news now. In the BJP's meeting to discuss candidates of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh Assembly elections, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP President JP Nadda are chairing this meeting of the party's Central Election Committee at the party headquarters this evening. According to sources, in this meeting, candidates of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh elections will be discussed. Let's go across to Megha now for more on this story. And Megha, what's interesting is this meeting taking place even before election dates have been announced.
Oh yes, and that is why, you know, it's become the talk of the town actually. Everybody now asking the question as to what was the urgency and what is the hurry for the BJP to be sitting down and for the Central Election Committee of the party to be sitting down for all the 5 state poll-bound states. Now, if we were to believe our sources within the party, the reason why they are sitting so early is, you know, this time they're thinking on a very, very different line. And while we do not know still, I mean, the meeting's still underway. The Prime Minister came by 7 o'clock. So I think for the next 2 to 3 hours, the meeting will continue. And while we haven't really learnt about the outcome of the meeting, I would say on the basis of the conversations that I've had with some party leaders, that this time the party is thinking something very radical and different, which is that they might be wanting to identify candidates for areas and constituencies or regions, essentially constituencies where they have lost last time, where they traditionally don't do well, areas that are their weak spots for the BJP. And why are they wanting to do that? So that, you know, once you identify the candidate, whether an announcement can be made or not, I don't know, that's a very technical issue. But if the BJP party decides on, you know, A, B and C is going to be my candidate in these constituencies where we have not done well, it gives those candidates a lot of extra time. You know, you're giving them almost almost like 4 to 5 months of heads up, and they can then prepare, get into the entire preparation mode. They would know that they are the chosen ones, and so that clarity will be there, and they will have a lot of time. Well, if you compare it to their rivals from other parties, because that's not happening in any other party, and it really, I mean, this is not the norm. This is not what we usually do, but this is what the BJP has been thinking to counter or their weak spots in these areas, and essentially the focus is going to be Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan.
All right. Thanks so much, Megha, for joining us with that. Well, let's talk of the opposition parties now, and differences appearing between the India Alliance partners in Maharashtra as well as here in Delhi. Today, Sharad Pawar and his daughter Supriya Sule rubbished speculation that they're considering an offer from Ajit Pawar to join the centre. Rumours began after Sharad Pawar's secret meeting with his nephew in Pune. It wasn't that secret, of course, since everyone did find out. Megha with the details.
The controversy around the recent secret meeting between Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar at a businessman's house in Pune was yet to die down, and already a sensational claim by former Maharashtra Chief Minister Mr. Prithviraj Chavan. He was quoted in a newspaper as saying that the BJP has offered Sharad Pawar the post of Agriculture Minister and Chairman of Niti Aayog. This created a flutter in the MVA alliance, and more leaders from both Congress and Uddhav Shiv Sena have since raised questions about these meetings between uncle and nephew. While the BJP is tight-lipped on the claim that an offer has been sent from their side, both Sharad Pawar and his daughter Supriya Sule today rubbished all these speculations.
अभी कांग्रेस ने जो सवाल किए है उसका जवाब कांग्रेस ही दे सकती है, मैं नहीं दे सकती, क्योंकि मुझे कुछ पता ही नहीं है इस बारे में. ना मुझे किसी ने ऑफर दिया है, ना किसी ने मुझसे बात की है. तो आई कांट कमेंट ऑन समथिंग व्हिच इज हाइपोथेटिकल, बट आई एम कॉन्स्टेंटली इन टच विद ईच senior leader. I mean, Khadge ji and Mr. Pawar speak almost every day. Rahul ji and I sit on the same bench in Parliament, so I get a lot of opportunity to chit-chat with him. Sonia ji fortunately sits right in front of me, so I get a lot of time together to discuss a lot of important issues, and she's very, very kind and indulgent while talking to even junior people like us. So I really would not be able or be in a position, and it would be unfair on me to talk about their leaders in Maharashtra, because I really haven't spoken to them, nor have they reached out to me.
The Congress, though, was seen avoiding a direct answer on the issue.
हमने बार बार यही कहा है कि महाराष्ट्र ये कांग्रेस बेस रहा है, और कांग्रेस की वोट बैंक महाराष्ट्र के हर जगह है, और इस बहाने हम लोग महाराष्ट्र में कांग्रेस के वोट बैंक को हम लोग पूरे ताकत के साथ खड़ा करके जो अलायंस होगा, उस अलायंस में जो हमारे साथी रहेंगे, वहाँ पर हमारे अलायंस के माध्यम से उनको पूरी ताकत दी जाएगी कि महाराष्ट्र से बीजेपी को पूरे सत्ता से उखाड़ने का एक प्लान जो हमने बनाया है, वही हमारा बे प्लान है. शरद पवार जी का उनका एक अलग दल है, वो दल में क्या चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा है, मैंने कई बार आपको स्पष्ट किया है कि वो उनका निर्णय शरद पवार जी लेंगे.
Despite claims and counterclaims and clarifications, the mistrust amongst the MVA allies have grown so much that Maharashtra Congress leaders have now urged their high command to seek clarity on the matter. With Bureau Inputs, Megha Prasad for NDTV.
And differences between other India Alliance partners. The Aam Aadmi Party announced that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann will be campaigning in Chhattisgarh, and that the people of the state are ready for change. Remember, the Congress is ruling Chhattisgarh, while in Delhi, the Aam Aadmi Party hit back after a Congress leader announced that they will contest all 7 seats in the general elections, going it alone. The AAP then saying that no point attending the India Alliance meeting, which is later this month in मुंबई.
देखिए, ये लगभग 3 घंटे की मीटिंग में पूर्व कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष राहुल गांधी जी, खड़गे जी, केसी वेणुगोपाल जी और दीपक बाबरिया जी रहे. 3 घंटे की मीटिंग शुरुआत हुई संगठन को लेकर कि संगठन कमजोरियां क्या हैं, उस पर कैसे काम किया जाए, सुझाव आए, उसको कैसे हम मजबूत कर सकते हैं. दूसरा सुझाव ये आया कि लोकसभा 2024 की तैयारियां अब हमें करनी है, मकसद वही था, और बिल्कुल आदेश हुआ है कि हमें 7 सीटों पर मजबूत संगठन के साथ हर नेता को आज से अभी से निकलना है. 7 महीने 7 सीटें हैं.
अलायंस के लिए कांग्रेस आई थी हमारे पास, क्योंकि कांग्रेस का कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है दिल्ली में. तो इंडिया अलायंस की अब नेक्स्ट मीटिंग हम अटेंड करते हैं कि नहीं, ये टॉप लीडरशिप डिसाइड करेगी. आज अलका लांबा जी की बात को और उनके दिल्ली प्रेसिडेंट की बात को कांग्रेस की सच माना जाए तो अगर उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि दिल्ली में अलायंस नहीं करना तो फिर इंडिया अलायंस की मीटिंग का कोई मीनिंग ही नहीं रह जाता।
The Kolkata police have made 6 more arrests in connection with the death of a Jadavpur University first-year student on the 9th of August after a fall at the university hostel. After the unfortunate incident, allegations of severe ragging on campus have emerged, and the police also found out that the ex-students were living illegally in the hostel were also allegedly involved in this ragging. Saurabh reports.
More arrests as the police investigate the death of a fresher on campus due to alleged ragging. So far, 9 accused have been arrested, including 4 ex-students. Meanwhile, residents of the deceased student's hometown held a protest on campus. The Dean of Students and the Registrar also appeared before the police. The police have recorded the statement of the Dean of Students. Jadavpur University is a bastion of left-wing students' politics, and the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has blamed Marxists for the fresher's death. The BJP also blames a certain ideology, indicating leftists.
কখনো কংগ্রেসের সাথে ঘর করছে, তৃণমূলদের এখনো এক নম্বর শত্রু।
तो रैगिंग इस जमाने में कैसे हो सकता है? कोई सैडिस्ट सीनियर कैसे रह सकते? कोई इंसान होकर रैगिंग कर सकता है क्या? मगर क्या है कि कुछ आइडियोलॉजी ये लोगों को शेल्टर करते हैं। Police sources say the ragging could not have been caught on camera as there were no CCTVs because of opposition from students' bodies. The SFI has now softened its stand on CCTV cameras.
There are a lot of people who are trying to malign this situation. CCTV should be there, but the intention is to identify the person who are criming. The CCTV is there to identify the victim, the culprit, but the crime is not being stopped.
Political parties, including the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, the students' wing of the Trinamool, are protesting against the ragging and have accused left-back students of staying silent on these issues on campus. Political parties have hit the streets in protest against the death of a fresher due to alleged ragging at the hostel of Jadavpur University. But the question of ragging at institutes of higher education hasn't been adequately addressed, leading to deaths at campus. Even last year, there was a death at IIT due to alleged ragging, and now even Jadavpur University reporting a death over alleged ragging. The big question is, when will this issue be addressed? With camera person G.D. Shankar at Jadavpur, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
In cricket news now, and fans have been waiting a long time to get their hands on tickets for the upcoming ICC ODI Cricket World Cup. Then that wait seems over now. Osama Shab with the details.
The ICC has announced that the sale of tickets for the upcoming ODI World Cup will commence on October 5th. It is going to be a fight to land yourself a seat in the stadium, so we thought we will make that easier for you. Here's your step-by-step guide to register yourself on the ICC website so that you, the fans, can capitalize on the opportunity of getting a ticket simply by completing the registration process. First of all, you need to click on this link, www.cricketworldcup.com/register. This will take you to this page. Enter your details such as your name, mobile number, your email ID and your date of birth here. In the next tab, as per your preference, select the locations where you would be interested in going and attending these matches. In case you want to watch all the matches, just select all the tabs, simple as that. Next up, you have the countries tab. Just like the above selections, select the options from here. If you want to watch India's matches, select the tab India. If you want to watch Australia's matches, select Australia, so on and so forth. Once you complete the registration, all you have to do is wait for ICC to inform you over email and messages. The registration has already begun on the Independence Day, and the sale of tickets, the details of those tickets will be out on 25th of this month. The ticket sale process will be organized in a phased manner. Non-India warm-up matches and all non-India event matches will take place on the 25th of August. The tickets for India matches at Guwahati and Thiruvananthapuram will be out on 30th of August. The tickets for India matches at Chennai, Delhi and Pune will be out on the 31st of August. The tickets for India matches at Dharamshala, Lucknow and Mumbai will be out on 1st of September. For Bengaluru and Kolkata, it will be out on the 2nd of September. And India matches at Ahmedabad. Those tickets will be out on the 3rd of September. Remember, India's big clash with Pakistan is happening in Ahmedabad on 14th of October. The semi-finals and the finals, those tickets will be out on 15th of September. The World Cup is coming back to India after 2011, and we hope that the wait for an ICC trophy also ends with this.
And finally, Indian courtrooms are set to get more politically correct with a new handbook issued by the Supreme Court that does away with stereotypes and suggests more gender-sensitive terms. Nayanthara with the details.
That's right, Gargi. This is a big move to end gender stereotypes by the Supreme Court. In fact, this handbook was announced by the Chief Justice of India today. So what it really aims to do is it flags words and phrases that both judges and lawyers should steer clear of while arguing in court or while submitting, rulings or judgments. And the idea behind this, as per the Chief Justice, is that using incorrect or stereotypical words to describe women might reinforce ideas that go against our constitutional ethos. So some of the more obvious changes that the handbook suggests are that the word prostitute or hooker be replaced with sex worker and the word transvestite be replaced with a more gender-sensitive term cross-dresser, and similarly to refer to a seductress or a career woman or a fallen woman as simply a woman. But there were some very thoughtful and nuanced suggestions in the handbook as well, like instead of saying of marriageable age, to say a woman who is of legal age to marry, and to stop describing clothing as provocative and simply just call it clothing, and also to stop using words like ravished or forcible rape and actually describe the act for what it is, which is plain and simple rape. Back to you, Gargi.
All right, thanks for that, Nayanthara. So hopefully that will do away with many of the stereotypes that still exist in our courts. And with that, it's a wrap from me. Keep watching NDTV.